Hello, good evening. It's nice to see you again. So I am here to present the online classes for BA first year, second semester. For today's topic is Maslow theory of motivation. And presently, I'm working Olympic College, Humnam Huitrom, as an assistant professor and Department of Education and the Government of Manipur. So let's see, today's topic is here. Welcome all. Today online class for BA first year second semester. The subject is Education and Psychology and Pedagogy. Our topic is the Maslow theory of motivation. Myself, Dr. K. Manitombi, Department of Education, Olympic College, Imphal. The session is 2019-20. Let's see the topic, the Maslow theory of motivation. So this what the term motivation and has been derived from the word motives. Motives may be defined as an inner state of our mind that activates and directs our behavior. It makes us move to act. And secondly, motivation is something that moves the person to action and continue him to the course of action already initiated. So according to S.R. Robin, the motivation is the willingness to exert the high levels of effort towards the organizational goal, conditioned by the efforts and ability to satisfy some individual needs. And fourthly, the relationship between the organization and its members is influenced by what motives them to work and the reward and the fulfillment they derive from it. So thus the manager need to know how best to elicit the cooperation of staff and direct their performance to achieving the goals and objectives of the organization. So these are the terms and terminology of the Maslow theory of motivation. Here we can see that some diagram is here mentioned. What is motivation? Look to these four diagrams. Here one girl is laughing and the teacher is teaching and they are attention, but some are the walking and running, sunrises, and one teacher is teaching, then one fellow is sleeping here, and it is that. So the Maslow theory of motivation and another diagram D, motivated. Why do people leave that organization? Can we see that diagram? So the type of motivation and motivation and is having the extrinsic motivation and intrinsic motivation and curiosity. So the intrinsic motivation is geared towards the external, towards the reinforces. Some examples to external rewards are money, the praise and award, etc. And some example of external reinforces are policy and the procedure, disciplinary action, and the speeding ticket and the boundary sitting, etc. Extrinsic motivation is external in nature. The most well known, that the most debated motivation is money. So the employed of the month award, benefit and the package and the bonuses and organized activities, so on. And secondly, instinctive motivation is geared toward the internet to reward and reinforces. So people may work at a job and because it gives them feeling of competence and the essence of the personal control. Doing the job in fun and work is matter of right. The tasks are challenging and so on. Our deep-rooted and desire have the highest motivation and power. So the curiosity, the always honor, independence and the power and the society and the contact and the social status, etc. So the type of the motivation and we may be briefly here is that number one, instinctive motivation include the number one is the salary, then two the bonus and the break, and three organized activities and the promotion and the grade and the punishment and the layout. So instinctive motivation is that include the learning and the growth opportunity, social contact and the status, and curiosity, the respect and honor. So these are the important types of the motivation. So type of the motivation we can see the by the picture is here. So and Maslow theory of motivation, and according to that Abraham Maslow 1908 to 1970, and let's see for his that the steps of the Maslow hierarchy of needs. Is I can see the diagram. So that the Maslow and motivative theory is a content theory and the process theory. So the content theory is divided into the some 4 headings, and the process theory also having some 4 sub-theory is here. Can you see? So that let's see the Maslow theory of motivation. The hierarchy of needs are the Maslow approach was radically different from earlier theory by Fritz and Skinner, and he studied fitness human being to prescribe his theory of motivation. Albert Einstein and Abraham Lincoln and Eleanor Roosevelt, etc. Maslow theory was based on the human race. No? According to Maslow, theory are 4 types of needs and must be satisfied before an individual can act unselfishly. Maslow referred the lower needs as deficiency need because their lack causes tension. We are driven to satisfy the lower need but are drawn to meet the highest want. So for this reason, a satisfied need and cease to the motivate. So therefore the Maslow hierarchy of needs is that Maslow's hierarchy of needs is a theory in psychology and proposed by the Abraham Maslow in his 1943 for his paper, A Theory of Human Motivation in Psychological Review. This is the most important books and of the theory of the Maslow's motivation theory, and Maslow subsequently extended the idea to include his observation of human innate curiosity. Human behavior is goal directed, And for his the theory, the motivation cause the goal-directed behavior, and it is through motivation that needs can be handled and tackled purposely. This can be understood by understanding the hierarchy of needs by manager. The needs of the individual serve as a driving force in human behavior. Therefore, a manager must understand the hierarchy of needs. So the Maslow has proposed the need hierarchy model. In the psychological needs, there is a psychological need. That psychological needs are those required to sustain life, such as air, then water, and food, and sleep is the essential require of the physiological needs of the Maslow theory. And the Maslow theory of safety needs. Once the psychological needs are met, one's attention turned to safety and security in order to be free from the threats of the physical and emotional harm. And such needs might be fulfilled by the number one, the living in a safe area, and the medical facilities, and thirdly, job security, and fourthly, law and order condition. So, the social need. What are the required in the social need according to the Maslow laws, Maslow theory? The motivation once a person has met the lower level psychological, physiological, and the safety needs, and the higher level needs awaken. The first level of higher level needs are the social needs. The social needs are those related to interaction with others, and may include, and particularly, the friendship. And secondly, the belonging to a group, no? And thirdly, giving and receiving loves towards us. No? The esteem needs. The esteem needs require. These esteem needs may be classified as internal or external. Internal esteem needs are those related to self-esteem, such as self-respect and achievement. So the external esteem needs are those such as the social status and the recognition. Some esteem needs are, and following some heading, that number one is the self-respect, two, the achievement, and the third, attention, and four, recognition, and the fifth, reputation. So the self-actualization, the self-actualization is the summit of the Maslow hierarchy of needs. It is the quest of the reading one's full potential as a person. Under self-actualization, people tend to have needs such as peace, number one, and the second, truth and justice, and thirdly, knowledge, and fourthly, meaning of life. Let's see the picture. So the Maslow theories of motivation having a limitation of Maslow theory is required research have established the motivational force for psychological safety, love, and esteem needs by having failed to discover a hierarchical arrangement. For example, even if safety needs is not satisfied, the social needs may emerge. And secondly, a selfless component of human behavior has been ignored by Maslow. So the needs priority model may not apply at all times in all places. So the level of motivation may be permanently lower for some people. And for example, a person suffering from chronic unemployment may remain satisfied for the rest of his life if only he gets enough food, isn't it? So up to these points are given unto all of you.